Hi everyone! In today's video, we're going to take a look at how we assign charges to ions that we find on our periodic table of elements. Now, as a review from our previous video, we learned that ions are just elements that have a charge to them, that are not neutral. So we're going to take a look at the periodic table and see how we characterize these elements using their negatively charged or their positively charged ions. So just going across our periodic table, you can see on the top we have these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and etc. Now, what we need to keep in mind when we are assigning our charges is this specific section of our periodic table. These are called our transition elements. They may also be referred to as transition metals. Now, the thing about our transition metals is that the charges for their ions can't always be determined and aren't always the same. They actually can have multiple possible charges for our ions. And so for this, we don't use these numbers that are located above each of the groups. We ignore these. So instead, we would go 1, 2, and this would be 3 right over here. I'm just going to erase this transition elements in order to give us some space. So 1, 2, and this becomes 3. And keep in mind, this is charged as positive 1, positive 2, and positive 3. Now, we skip this group, and now we go -3, -2, and -1. Our last group over here consists of all of our noble gases, and these are actually never going to have a charge to them because they are full, their outer shells are full of electrons, and they're perfectly balanced and happy electrons. But as for our ions that we can always count on, these will be +1, +2, +3, and then -3, -2, -1. Now, there are two types of ions, cations and anions. Cations are positively charged ions, whereas anions are negatively charged ions. How I like to remember this is that cations has the word cat in it, and cats sometimes bring out happy feelings. And so that's how I remember positively charged ions as cations. So our elements in this group, and this group would be considered our cations. And our elements in this group, and this group would be considered our anions. So for example, if I were to write a hydrogen ion, I would write this as H +1 because it has a charge of +1. If I were to write chlorine over here as an ion, I would do Cl -1. If I were to do oxygen, I would do O -2. So I'm taking the element symbol and then I'm just writing their charge in the top right-hand corner of the element. And that is how we classify our elements as either cations or anions. For more personalized tutoring and to practice online using our online assessments, make sure to check out Prepaze.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave a like down below. And if there are any specific topics that you would like me to cover, please comment those down in the comment section below. I'll see you all in my next video.